In new music we trust on Radio 1. Trust Radio 1 to bring you the best new music from across the UK and from around the world. Trust us to be your guide to everything you need to know about music. Tonight from 9, Joe Wiley's In Live Music We Trust. Tonight from 10, Colin Murray.
Tonight on the show, we give you your right to reply in our brand new interactive documentaries.
In new music we trust on Radio 1. Radio 1. Now.
Hello, I'm Tom.
And I'm Russell.
And we're standing in for Zane. He's on his holidays. Who's on board? Text us, 81199. Here's a bit of Midlake.
Good evening and Happy New Year. I'm Russell.
I'm Tom.
And we're from the Band Editors. People have already texted in. Stacey P and Preston says, I'm on board as always. Love you guys. And Dom, he's on the train in London. Hello. Next track, Echo and the Burning Men, Heads Will Roll.
Okay, we got some text here. Tom in Orpington is on board. Flo from Devon. Who else have we got? Gaz in Exeter. Heather in Scarborough. Kat in Leyland. All texting in, so that's all cool. Okay, that was the Bunny Men with Heads Will Roll. And what we got next? At the Drive-In with Iggy Pop, of all people, from 2000.
That was At the Drive-In with Rolodex Propaganda. I'm Russell.
And I'm still Tom.
And we're from Editors, and we're filling in for Zane whilst he goes on a long break. How long is it? 3 weeks?
Yeah, holiday. Yeah, don't know where he's going. But we're with you until 9 p.m. tonight.
In the next couple of hours, we've got the hottest record in the world. That's from The Twang, and a crowd rocker from Idlewild.
Every song that's been picked, we've picked songs that are old and new that mean something to us that we like. So hopefully you like them too.
We've already got loads of text in, but keep texting on 81199 and we'll try and read them out.
At some point tonight, we'll be answering questions from Zane himself through the wonder of technology. Yeah, look forward to that.
There's also a live chat room running throughout the show. Go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 and click on chat now.
Right, next record is by a guy called Fionn Reagan. Not a girl, a guy. On Bella Union. We played Midlake first. Amazing label, Bella Union. And this has Fionn too. Who is? Okay, that's Fionn Reagan. Beautiful record. Coming up in about 40 seconds time is our hottest record in the world, which is by a band called The Twang. Some of you might have heard of The Twang, read about them in The NME, maybe even heard Wide Awake. It's been on Radio 1 a few times, which is an amazing song. But The Twang are a band from Birmingham, and our first ever gig was in Birmingham, was with them. They had a different singer, and I'm sure Phil was playing bass, and I'm sure they had a trumpet player. I've spoke to Phil since, and he's told me immediately that they didn't have a trumpet player, but I thought they did. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. But anyway, The Twang are from Birmingham, and this next song is called Either Way, and it's incredible, and I think you'll hear a lot more of it later on in the year, so here it is.
That was The Twang, and either way, it was our hottest record in the world to date, chosen by Editors. Our crowd rocker is next.
Okay, that was Idlewild. That sounds amazing still. Right then, some texts. Stav in a very wet Glasgow is on board. Mark from Stoke, Laura. We've got the editor from the forums, well, our forum, I think he's talking. I know he's talking about. Neil in Barnet, Danny, Emma James, Fat Reg, Paul in Derry, Boss in the Toon, Snapper from Great Malton. Russell, have you got any more texts over there?
Hello, Snapper. Yeah, Nat and Mad, they're from Kent. Hello. How you doing? Hello. Hi, Editors. Good tunes from Lucy and Andrea. And Big Yourself Up from Stan in Essex. Thank you very much. Do you want to introduce the next song, Tom?
Probably should do. This is Cold War Kids with a song called St. John. We were lucky enough to play with them in America, and they played with us at the Fillmore in San Francisco. And the first time I saw them, I'd gobsmacked. Incredible band. And so here you go, St. John.
That was Cold War Kids and St. John. Great band. I'll just give a little shout out to our drummer, Ed Lay, who's gone to the cinema this evening to watch Casino Royale. Nice one, Ed. Next, the single of the week, Mr. Hudson and the Library, Zane's big fan, and the single is called Too Late, Too Late.
Okay, that was Mr. Hudson and the Library, Zane's record of the week. Ed isn't going to the cinema on his own, he's with his girlfriend Claire. Nothing wrong with going to the cinema on your own, though, is there, Russell?
No, not at all.
Right, okay. People in the chat room, who have we got here? Bullets, Rue, Minty Freshness, Museum Gas, Becky, Whoa is in the chat room. Kath, Joe, Sherbert, Franz, Indy Nand, First Muse, Kaz, and Dad Gags, as well as lots of other people. And we've got some questions from them for us to answer.
Yes. Kaku asks, when will there be any new tracks up? Which doesn't quite make sense. So when will there be some new tracks by editors, Tom?
Well, we've been doing some of them. We've got 8 done so far, and we're going to do some more in the new year, but I don't think anything new will be ready to hear until June time. But it's going very well, yeah.
Which rolls into the next question, really, from 20-Foot Chickens. Any festies for the lads in 2007?
Definitely, yeah. Well, we don't know yet, but I think we'll be launching the record over the festivals and in the summer, so yeah, definitely. But I don't know what, so sorry, that's annoying. Yes, but no, I guess is the answer there.
Okay, and from Sherbert, how would they describe the sound of the new album? Reading Enemy today, it sounds like they're going a bit stadium in intentions.
Russell, what do you think about that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with stadiums. The new Wembley looks a bit like a basket, but I think it's a pretty good stadium. I'd like to play there at some point. You don't want to do anything too soon, though.
It's I don't know. There's more instruments on it. It does sound bigger, but it doesn't sound bigger for the sake of it at the moment. It feels like us, but we're better musicians. You know, we've been playing for a while now, so things are moving on nicely. We're very proud and happy, and can't wait for people to hear the songs. So, any more questions, Russ?
Yeah. How was it recording in Ireland?
It's great. We were in the middle of nowhere, and what do we drink? We got through.
I don't know, I think it's about 600 pints of Guinness.
Yeah, in 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, which I think has helped the record. But I'd never drunk Guinness before we went there, so...
you made up for that.
Yeah, it's good. There was a swimming pool, so I did 45 lengths per day to equalise the amount of Guinness being drunk, I suppose.
Yeah, Russell drank 600 pints of Guinness while we were making the record.
Okay. Kaz asks, what are their greatest musical guilty pleasures? Or will they totally lose their cred if they admit it?
10cc is a good guilty pleasure, isn't it?
Yeah,
more of them later, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Guilty pleasures. I'm partial to, I quite liked it. It's very I quite liked Embrace, and they're a bit wet in some people's eyes, but I like them. Is that a guilty pleasure, or you should say something like Phil Collins?
Everyone likes a bit of Collins, though. That's the,
yeah, there you go.
The ultimate guilty pleasure. Joe asks, what was the reason for re-recording Bullets and changing the arrangement? Simple answer, it's now better.
Yeah, the first version with a bit more depth than that, Russell, is a demo. The version on the album is a demo. We signed a very small deal, and we didn't really have enough time to make it again. So it's a demo which was mixed, and we wanted to make it bigger and better, and we did.
It's also the first chance that we worked with.
You can't tell them.
Oh, I can't tell you.
The reason we can't tell you is because we got a competition coming up, and. That was
I always thought you blew it.
We've got some artwork that we've brought in. A friend of mine who's an artist called Jamie George has drawn this amazing picture of us from one of our promo shots. It's kind of a painting, and it kind of leaks at the bottom. It's beautiful. And me and Russell will sign it. For anyone in the chat room that can tell us who's producing our next record. Yeah.
Which I almost know gave away.
Yeah, and we'll sign it to you, we'll make it personal, so it's beautiful. Are we doing another song now?
Yeah.
Elbow, Scattered Black and Whites. One of the best things that the Backroom gave us was 2 days recording with Elbow in Manchester. A band that one of our heroes, one of the reasons why we started playing in the first place. So, yes, one of our favourite songs of theirs, Scattered Black and Whites.
That was Elbow and Scattered Black and Whites. Beautiful, great record. I was trying to do that as softly as possible, it just totally failed, sorry. Okay, you can still visit the chat room. It's bbc.co.uk/Radio1. And the winner of the painting was Joe, who actually asked the question, what was the reason for re-recording Bullets and changing the arrangement? Which I nearly revealed the answer by saying Jackknife Lee, and the answer is Jackknife Lee. That was the first song that we worked with him on.
Good work, Russ. And well done, Joe. Right, next we've got Death Cab. this song goes bat bar quite a lot, and one of our first ever songs was called Bat Bar, so here you go. Okay, that was Death Cab for Cutie with Sound of Settling. We're still editors, standing in for Zane, who's on his holidays, and all these songs we picked ourselves, apart from Zane's hottest record in the world, which we've passed now, so don't worry about that. I've got to be honest, I was more nervous for this than when I took my driving test, but I'm calmed down now. Russell hasn't taken his driving test ever.
I still haven't calmed down.
Yeah. What's next, mate?
Next up is Final Fantasy. He is the sometime violinist in Arcade Fire, and he's Canadian, and he released a record last year called He Poos Clouds, which won the equivalent of the Mercury Music Prize in Canada. But this song isn't taken from that record, it's taken from the one before, and it's called This Is the Dream of Win and Regine.
I just want to say that Russell is like a guru for new music, and some of these bands I'd never heard of, and he's giving me an education as well at the same time, so yeah, go on.
Okay, if you didn't actually get any of the track listings, then you can text in on your mobile to 81199, and our track listing will be there. It's also on the website, so go to bbc.co.uk/Zane Lowe.
Cool. Right, we've got loads more texts in, which is very good of you. Top music, lads. Ollie from Stroud says, good lad. Someone called Libby has texted in, so keep up the good work. Good girl. Dan and Karen on board in Carlisle. Who else have we got? Doug, who's on a train somewhere. We've got someone enjoying Echo and the Bunnymen. Angie. Who else have we got here? Richard Kennett on his exercise bike in Bristol. He's trying to work off some Christmas fat listening to us, which is probably a good thing to do, Richard. Ted in Cardiff, Matt in Bromley, Ella, someone from windy Glasgow. Who have we got here? No name, I don't think. But is it windy in Glasgow at the moment? So yeah, cool. Send some texts, please. Questions on text, and you can ask us anything you want. And that was terrible. Russell,
the next track we're going to play is by The Bronx. It's for Garrett, and it's called History Slangers, and it's Ace.
Okay, that was Radiohead with my favourite ever Radiohead song, Let Down. Russell, what is going on in the chat room?
In the chat room, we've got some more questions. Bullets asks, did they get any unwanted Xmas prezzies this year?
Xmas?
Xmas. Christmas.
Did you?
No, not at all. No, I did well with the selection box, pants and socks. And you got very good Christmas presents.
I did well, actually, yeah. I don't think I got anything that I'm not going to use. The handkerchiefs, red handkerchiefs are an acquired taste, but I think I might find a place for them.
Yeah. Mark, he says, editors, what other genres of music do you like other than your own, of course?
I don't know. I'm not much into drum and bass. Reminds me of university, and I don't want to think about that. What about you, mate?
We're not elitist.
I don't think about the genres.
Yeah, we're open to everything, but take it as it comes, really. Yeah. Okay, Blonde asks, my friend Nick the Plectrum Chris gave me. Can I have another one, please? Yes, we'll send it in the post. I
thought that was my friend Nick the Plectrum.
Be a good name. Okay, Belle asks, do editors have a stylist, or are they naturally dapper?
We had a stylist once, and we looked terrible. So I don't know if we're naturally dapper. That's who's that? Whose words was that?
That was Belle.
That's Belle's words, not mine. But we tried for a bit, or we were asked to try, and we just looked like idiots. So we decided to dress ourselves.
Okay, and this question from Grotbags. Who's been their fave support act? I've seen We Are Scientists with them at Joseph's Wells in Leeds, and they were ace. But who has been our favourite support act?
We've been really lucky. We've had some amazing bands play with us. We Are Scientists have kind of been the band that we've become. We've done lots of shows with them, haven't we? They've become kind of long-term friends. We've had Biffy Clyro. We've had The National, who we might be playing in a bit. Who else off the top of your head?
There's
Howling Bells.
Howling Bells, they're great. Kubicek.
Yeah.
And in America, we've played Coldwell Kids already. We had them play with us, which was amazing. But the next band that we're going to play is Moby's band. This song's called Friends Like These, and it's not out yet. It will be out this year, and hopefully they'll get over to these shores because they're fantastic and brilliant.
Yeah, this is a demo. This is I don't think it's even finished. Yeah. But I emailed Ben, who plays guitars yesterday. I did email him and asked permission, and he said it's okay, so don't worry everyone, this is okay to hear this. That was Mobius Band with Friends Like These. myspace.com/Mobius Band for more information. And yeah, that's definitely never been heard on the radio or any radio before. That's very new. This is very old. This is the Manics with Kevin Carter. What a cracker. For anyone that's familiar with the dad gag, I need to apologise for my dad-like intro to that song. I can't apologise strongly enough. I'm very sorry. Russell.
Apparently, Ricky from Kaiser Chiefs left us a message last night.
Hello, editors.
Don't worry, it's a piece of cake doing this show.
Well,
and,
it's actually quite... I think it's quite difficult, actually. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm enjoying the show. I think it's great.
it's taxing.
It is quite taxing with all those buttons.
To press and things to remember and, you know, all this scripted stuff that we're reading.
So we've got a question for editors, because I think everyone's going to do a question for everyone. So,
my question
for editors.
Is Russell going to be in? Do I get that? No, right, Russell from editors. Do you sometimes get mistaken for Russell from Block Party? That's my question too. So, Russell, editors, do you get ever mistaken for Russell from Block Party?
It's not the most frequent name, but ever since I had my haircut, there's been, you know, people can tell the difference. So, no.
More like Russell Crowe.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was walking around the shops today, and people were reciting lines from Gladiator to me, and yeah, it's always been
On my mark, unleash hell. They were all shouting. Langhorne Slim, In the Midnight is next.
That was Langhorne Slim and In the Midnight. We're editors. We're taking over Radio 1 for 2 hours. Next up, Nick Cave and the Bad Seas. There She Goes, My Beautiful World.
The energy in the studio has increased tenfold after playing that record. That was Nick Cave. Okay, Nick, Zane Lowe might be on holiday, but he's going to ask us some questions now. So, Russell, pick a number from 1 to 25.
I would like number 7, please.
What is your favourite album of all time? Yeah, and I know it's a horrible question and almost impossible. Just answer it!
Favourite album of all time is OK Computer by Radiohead.
Favourite album of all time for me is R.E.M. and Murmur.
Okay, Tom, you said
okay, yeah, we need another question. Number 1.
How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm relaxed. So pretty nervous to start with, but now we're good.
Yeah. I'm going to go for number 22, please.
Name the person that you had your first ever crush on.
Oh,
come on, Russell.
I can't remember her last name. Am I supposed to say her last name? No, Alex. Can't remember her last name. Your first crush?
I think it was a girl called Sophie, but I can't remember her name either.
Yeah.
I can see her face, though.
Yeah.
Go on. You pick a number, Russell.
12, please.
Let's take it right back to the beginning of time, your time, from birth. What's your first ever musical memory?
Ooh. First musical memory. Wings in my dad's car, driving down to France.
I think being in the car, being driven by your parents is a good shout. I always remember hearing Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac in the back of the car. In the back of the car.
Okay, next question. Let's go for 25.
Matt Bellamy can say the alphabet backwards. Can you?
No.
No, I can't, no.
Not tonight. Maybe I can, but I'm not going to try on radio.
I can do numbers backwards. That's about it.
How many more do we need to do?
Let's do
5 more to do, okay.
5 more?
Christ.
I forgot, we need a tick box, because I don't know
15.
Okay.
What's your favourite film? Who directed it? And why do you love it so much?
My favourite film is Magnolia. It's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and I like it because it's a beautiful film. The score's incredible, the acting's amazing. It's like a big ensemble piece. It's probably got the best ever Tom Cruise performance, in my opinion. Yeah, Magnolia for me.
The film that I last watched, I can't remember the film that I most like, but Being There, which had Peter Sellers in, I watched that just before Christmas and I was amazed by it. So at the moment, that's a great film.
A new one that everyone has to go out and see is Pan's Labyrinth. It will just it'll blow you over. It'll take the floor from underneath you and you'll fall through to the centre of the world.
Okay, next question.
18.
If you could have a drink with any Radio 1 DJ, what DJ would that be?
Russell.
What, as I'm a Radio 1 DJ?
No, who would you...
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's my answer, Russell, who is at this very second a Radio 1 DJ.
I would have a drink with Westwood. There you go. Next question, number 3, please.
What was the last album you bought / downloaded?
I downloaded a record legally by James Holden. It's a dance record.
Any good?
It's okay.
I had to, before we came in, I had to go to HMV to pick up the Nationals record, EP Cherry Tree, because they didn't have it. So I think we might play something from that in a bit.
Okay. One more question.
You pick the Russell. You pick the Russell number.
It's lucky number 7.
We've had 7, haven't we?
What is your favourite album of... What is your favourite album of...
So it's not very lucky. What?
9. Oh.
Silent.
If the answer's yes, what are you reading right now?
I've got a book called Arthur and George, which my mum bought me. It's by Julian Barnes, I think.
The only thing I'm trying to read at the moment is this script, which isn't that comprehensive, so this is all impro. What's the next record? Biffy Clyro.
Biffy Clyro. We played the Bronx earlier in the show, and Biffy Clyro are on tour with the Bronx later this month. It's set to be a good one, I reckon. So this is a song called Sentimental.
The idiots who were in Biffy Clyro have asked editors to do a remix of this song as well. I think Russell's going to do it. So look out for that. Yeah.
That was the amazing Biffy Clyro and Sentimental. Their album will be out later this year, can't wait.
Yeah, that's an incredible sounding record. Okay, next is LCD Sound System. It's the first track from their new record. It's called Get Innocuous. The album will be called Sound of Silver, and I've heard rumours that it might be a single. We don't really know, but yeah, enjoy. This is amazing. Talking Heads-esque stuff.
That was LCD Sound System and Get Innocuous, which is off the record Sound of Silver, which will be out possibly in March.
Okay, we are still editors, standing in for Zane on Radio 1. Coming up next, a band called The National with a song from their EP Cherry Tree called About Today. And this is beautiful. Here you go.
That was the amazing National and About Today. Not trying to sound too cheesy there. Okay, we've got a caller on the line. It's Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Hello.
How are you?
Not bad. How's you? Okay?
Yeah, we've just about settled into this, I think. Yeah, nerves have calmed.
Only half an hour left. So.
Only half an hour, yeah. Then it's straight to the pub, yeah?
Yes.
Maybe.
You got a question for us?
I have, yeah. You've half answered it, but the question is, how scary is it hosting Zane's show? And more importantly, how hard is it not to swear?
Swearing's not been a problem for me tonight. It's just kind of the knowing what's coming up next. And when we first walked in and we first started, I was pretty terrified.
Like when we first started out as a band, we always used to listen to Zane Lowe when we were driving back from our practices from our kind of crappy rehearsal room in Birmingham.
There you go, swearing on the radio.
Yeah, good work.
I'm sure crap's loud. It is, yes. And then, so it's quite extraordinary to be, roles reversed and presenting a show and playing music for people. So yeah, it's great.
You're holding up the end. It's been good tonight. It's good music.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
No worries.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, and next caller is Max. Thanks, Dan. Hello, Max.
Hello, this is Max from Bethnal Green, all right?
How are you doing?
Very good,
I'm doing good. You're doing brilliantly.
Thank you.
Okay, my question for you is, which celebrity or celebrities would you each select to be put into the horrible Big Brother house tonight if you could choose?
You said, I'm going to steal yours, Russell.
Okay.
You said Pete Doherty would be good in the Big Brother house.
That's mean.
It'd be entertaining, though, I've got to be honest. Anyone else?
You have to pick someone, Tom. One of your own.
Oh, that was me, not the fact that it was Pete Doherty. It was mean stealing it from Russell.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Has Jimmy Savile been in there?
He's been a guest.
He's been in
I'll
it.
let you have that.
Oh, okay. I don't watch it.
No, I didn't.
Just pick some celebrity you think deserves to be put away for a month.
Okay.
Think of it as celebrity jail.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, you're rubbish.
I've drawn a blank. I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry about that.
Can you play me a request instead?
Is your request Band of Horses and Wicked Gill?
It could be. Go on.
Brilliant. Here is Band of Horses and Wicked Gill for Max.
See ya.
That is a new Arcade Fire song called Intervention. Maybe will be single, maybe won't be. It's unmastered as well. Apparently we have to say that. Any tips for the young knives who are on tomorrow, Russ?
I wouldn't say tips. I know that it's great that BBC One are letting bands take over and play songs that they want to play, and I think it's quite interesting that bands get that opportunity to do that. So I'm sure they'll have a very good time. Got a question for you though, young knives. Why did 10cc choose the name 10cc? Thank you.
Cool. What are we playing next? Is it Cocteau Twins? It's Cocteau Twins. Russell, do you want to tell us about this song?
Yeah, it's off the album Heaven or Las Vegas. I like this band a lot. They're great. And this song is called Cherry Coloured Funk.
Okay, that was Cocteau Twins with Cherry Coloured Funk. And this is Pavement with Date with IKEA.
That was Pavement with Date with IKEA. And next up, Animal Collective, Who Could Win a Rabbit? Hello, we've been editors, and coming up on the show, the Young Knives tomorrow. Following me, Mike Skinner, The Automatic, Snow Patrol and Kelly Osbourne. And the week after that, Jamie T, The View, The Zootons and Chris Martin of Coldplay fame.
What a lineup, what a lineup. Thank you for having us, BBC Radio 1. We've had a great time. So thanks a lot. Thanks to everyone that's texted in, and people in the chat room. Russell, anything else to say?
No, I've had a good time. Yeah, it's been great. So thank you very much for having us.
I hope you enjoyed the tunes. Next song to finish us off is a song by Spiritualized, taken from their live record, live at the Royal Albert Hall, which was 10 years ago, 1997, and is an amazing, amazing album. I think the NME said it was like listening to God, which is probably the last time they printed anything worth reading, 10 years ago. Anything to say about this?
One of the best gigs we ever went to, Spiritualized at the Eden Project.
Yeah.
We're filling in time here. You might not have noticed. We're filling in time. But yeah, it was one of the best gigs we've ever been to. And yeah, the rain came down and made it
and
very,
washed
very
away
special.
all of our sins.
Yeah. Spiritualized and take your time.
Literally, take your time.